From strange sounds coming out of a dark, deep forest, to creepy, ghostly figures lurking around, and even some wildlife encounters you won't forget.
Hey, come here, get out of here.
These are a few of the things we will look at, so stick to the end. In this video, a man is walking through the woods during the daytime when he suddenly notices something unusual. The footage starts off shaky because the man is trying to locate the creature he saw with his camera. After a moment, he manages to capture it. A large, brown, hairy creature moving quickly on two legs among the trees, as if it's trying to hide from the camera's view. This creature looks similar to what many people call Bigfoot. It moves with speed, weaving between the trees, and appears to be very aware of its surroundings, possibly trying to avoid being seen. The brown fur of the creature helps it blend into the forest, making it hard to keep track of. This video raises some questions for me. Was the creature just crossing the forest, or was it really hiding from the man? Could it be Bigfoot? Is there some other explanation for the brown, furry being in the woods? What do you think? In this video, a man is filming because he found something very strange on a rock near the water. It's not just any rock decoration. He sees something that looks like a bunch of veins. This thing is kind of jelly-like, and you can almost see through it. It's even moving and pulsating as if it's alive. At one point, it looks like one part of this vein network grows new branches right in front of the camera. This makes me wonder, is this thing actually alive? It's behaving like something you'd expect to be living, growing, and moving in such an unusual way. It might be some kind of water creature, or something I certainly have never seen before. What is this mysterious thing? If you know what it is, leave a comment. As we're looking through the lens of a surveillance camera set up outside a house, it's really dark, so the video isn't very clear, and we can mostly see just shadows. It's hard to make out the details of the surroundings, but there's something that really catches our eye. A creepy, dark, humanoid figure lurking in the shadows, with eyes that glow in the night. Interestingly, we can't see the lower half of its body at all. It's as if the figure is just the upper half of a person or creature. Then, suddenly, the figure moves and vanishes, almost as if it realized someone might have seen it. This quick disappearance adds to the mystery of what it could be. Could this figure be something supernatural? Or is there a simpler explanation? The glowing eyes and the way it disappears make me wonder if we've just seen something from beyond our normal understanding. Could it be a glitch, or there is something out there that we have never noticed? In this eerie video, it's not so much what we see that captures our attention, but what we hear, filmed by someone at night near the edge of a forest. The person uses a flashlight to light up different parts of the forest entrance. But why are they doing this? The reason becomes clear when you listen. These aren't just any screams. They're the kind that make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. The person filming is trying to see if they can spot whatever is making these sounds by shining their flashlight into the forest. But it's the sound that really stands out in this video. What could be making these creepy noises? Is it an animal known for making such sounds? A person in distress? Or something entirely unknown? This video will give you the chills, captured by a surveillance camera overlooking the garden in front of a house. We're given a glimpse into an eerie occurrence that unfolds on the garden's central pathway leading to the house. Initially, the footage shows a seemingly normal scene with people walking along the alley, going about their business, and then leaving the area. However, what happens next is far from ordinary. After the people have left, the camera captures an astonishing sight. A translucent humanoid figure appears, walking down the same alley. This figure, resembling the ghost of a little girl wearing a dress, moves with a haunting grace along the path where the previous visitors had just walked. The ghostly apparition is not entirely clear, given its translucent nature, adding to the eerie and unsettling atmosphere of the video. Could this be a lingering spirit retracing old steps? Or is it a rational explanation for what we just saw? Maybe the family that lived there before had a little girl that died and the spirit never left its home. These scenes are pretty sad to watch, as we see a huge crocodile that has been captured and is being restrained by 5 men. Despite the strength of these 5 men trying their best to keep the crocodile still, the animal shows its incredible power by managing to move and roll, showcasing its strength. What's really striking about this scene, aside from the struggle, is the sheer size of the crocodile, much larger than a normal crocodile. This scene can evoke a range of emotions, from awe at the crocodile's strength and size to sadness over the situation it finds itself in, bound and controlled by humans. It's so sad what humans can do. In this unsettling video, we're shown footage taken by a man from the safety of his own home late at night. It's dark outside, but the video captures something truly eerie, what appears to be a child banging on the door with their hands. The man filming even manages to get a shot of the child's face, adding to the tension of the moment. However, the creepiness escalates when the man decides to open the door. Despite the clear sounds of banging and the visual evidence of someone, or something, outside there's a shocking twist. When the door swings open, there's nobody there. The space outside the door, where just moments before a child seemed to be urgently trying to get in, is now completely empty. This video gives me the chills. There is no way the child could have ran away, as the man opened the door really quick. I still hope there is a logical explanation for what we have just seen. This video is really gross and may not be for the faint-hearted. It shows a sink drain, which is in a state of neglect and quite dirty. What makes this video particularly gross is that there appears to be a creature trying to make its way out of the drain. Given the condition of the sink and the glimpses of the creature we see, it's reasonable to speculate that the animal struggling to emerge is a rat. I am disgusted by this video, and I am sure I could not live in a house where there are rats emerging from the pipes. This video takes us into a chilling scenario, filmed by a guy and his friend as they explore an unknown dark location with only a flashlight to guide them. The atmosphere is tense, filled with eerie noises that echo in the background, adding to the sense of unease. As they move through the darkness, the light from the flashlight reveals something unsettling on the ground. A cross that appears to be either drawn or formed from the debris scattered across the floor. This discovery alone is enough to send shivers down your spine. But the video takes an even creepier turn. Later in the night, the friends capture something truly alarming on camera.
Heck is that? Oh, shoot! Shoot! Just get out of the house!
They zoom in on a gray humanoid creature with a bald head. This creature isn't just sitting there. It makes terrifying noises, almost like screams, which adds to the horror of the situation. The sight of this creature and its haunting screams are enough to terrify anyone. Understandably, the boys are scared by this encounter. The footage abruptly ends as they react to the terrifying sight and sounds of the creature. I would have personally ran away as quick as possible after even hearing those noises. Those boys were brave and naive. But I can't keep wondering, what was that? It looked like no creature that I have heard of in the folklore. In this video, captured from the unique viewpoint of a door visor, we witness a tense and unexpected encounter on a quiet street. A woman is seen walking her dog, both appearing calm and unaware of the potential danger lurking just a few feet behind them. This predator's presence on a residential street is alarming and adds an immediate sense of urgency to the scene. As soon as the woman becomes aware of the coyote's interest in them, her instincts kick in. She quickly picks up her dog, trying to protect it by holding it in her arms, and looks for a place to hide. The person watching through the door visor doesn't just stay behind the safety of their door. Instead, they step out of their house, putting themselves at risk to help. They attempt to distract the coyote, drawing its attention away from the woman and her dog. Meanwhile, they call out to the woman, offering her and her pet shelter until the coyote leaves and the danger has passed.
You can come inside if you want.
Luckily, where I live, I don't see these animals very often. I would be terrified by this encounter. The woman managed the situation very well, remaining calm. In this video, we're brought into a dark and unsettling setting, seemingly filmed from inside a boiler room or a similar dimly lit enclosed space. The atmosphere is tense, filled with the sounds of metal banging, which could be anything from the echo of machinery to something far less explainable. As the man filming navigates this eerie environment, his camera picks up something truly chilling.
You gotta come out.
Amidst the shadows, he captures what appears to be a humanoid figure. But this is no ordinary sighting. The figure is a black shadow, suggesting it could be something supernatural, like a poltergeist. This shadowy presence in such a foreboding setting adds a layer of horror to the video. This video plunges us into a nightmare scenario where the boundary between the physical world and the unknown seems to blur. The man seemed terrified by the creature given his screams, and personally, I would be terrified too. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Captured from the perspective of a doorbell camera, this video makes us witness a startling and tense encounter right on the doorstep of a house. The footage shows a cat seemingly at ease on the porch of the house, when suddenly, the calm is shattered. The coyote approaches and then attacks the unsuspecting cat, sparking a frantic struggle between the two animals. The presence of the coyote so close to human habitation raises questions. What was the coyote doing there in the first place? Coyotes venturing into residential areas isn't uncommon, as their habitats often overlap with urban and suburban environment. In this video, we're shown a series of clips from various surveillance cameras inside a restaurant, each capturing an extraordinary and chaotic event. A deer, an unexpected visitor, has somehow found its way into the restaurant, leading to a frenzy of activity. As the deer moves through the establishment, its confusion and fear are palpable, causing it to dash frantically from one room to another. Throughout the footage, we can see the deer knocking over tables, scattering chairs, and generally causing havoc as it tries to find its way out. The animal's sudden appearance and unpredictable movements create a tense atmosphere, not just for the deer, but also for the customers and staff present. People can be seen reacting with a mixture of surprise, fear, and urgency, trying to avoid the deer or help guide it towards an exit. I think that these encounters with animals getting too close to human environments is a sign of alarm. Maybe we are ruining their home, or maybe I am too dramatic and the poor deer was running from something. This video will shock you, taken from the surveillance camera of a supermarket during the quiet hours of the night. This footage presents a puzzling and unsettling sight. It shows a shopping cart eerily moving on its own, navigating the supermarket aisles with no one in sight to guide it. Intriguingly, the cart even takes a turn, moving from one aisle to another, suggesting that the movement couldn't easily be dismissed as the work of the wind or a simple tilt in the floor. The absence of any visible person or force behind the cart's movement raises questions and speculation. Could this be the work of a ghost? The idea might seem far-fetched, but the peculiar and deliberate movements of the shopping cart, captured in the stillness of the night, makes me think of something supernatural. In this captivating video, shot from within the depths of the woods, we're presented with a sight that is both extraordinary and mystifying. Hidden among the greenery of the trees and vegetation, the footage reveals the presence of small, skinny, humanoid figures. These creatures are depicted as naked but lack any defining sexual characteristics, adding to their enigmatic nature. The appearance of these beings raises immediate questions about their identity. Are they goblins, as suggested by their diminutive and slender forms, which seem to belong more to the realm of folklore and myth than our modern world? Or could the footage be the result of computer-generated imagery, designed to create a convincing illusion of their existence? Having a companion dog with you when venturing into a forest for hiking can be crucial for your safety, and this video provides a compelling example of why. The footage, recorded by a hiker, shows a forest trail with a black figure standing on the other side. The figure seems to notice the hiker recording and begins to flee. The hiker's dog reacts by barking at the figure, causing it to retreat even faster.
Oh my God, no, Ziggy, no!
The creature is described as humanoid, with a strong built body covered in thick black fur, resembling a Bigfoot. The presence of the dog played a key role in deterring the creature and ensuring the hiker's safety. It prompts the consideration of what might have happened if the hiker didn't have a dog with them. The protective instincts of a canine companion can make a significant difference in encounters with wildlife, providing an added layer of security during outdoor adventures. This video is from a beach, showcasing the discovery of a peculiar siren-like creature washed up on the shore. The footage begins with a view of the beach scattered with washed-up wood branches. The camera then focuses on a dried-up, eerie-looking body. Upon closer inspection, the creature appears to resemble a mermaid with long feminine hair on its head. The lower half of the creature resembles that of a fish, while the upper body resembles a human. However, there's a possibility that this could be a fake or a prop deliberately placed there by someone. The suspicion arises because the creature's appearance suggests it might be a wooden model created for a specific effect. Regardless of its authenticity, the creature in the video does convey a creepy and unsettling vibe. This video was caught by a hunter who was bothered by these sounds. It is obviously an animal of some sort. Perhaps in distress or maybe giving warning sounds. This is one of the creepy noises you're ever likely to hear, particularly if you're alone somewhere remote at night. These sounds have caused a wave of speculation, as it has captured imagination of many wondering what it could be. Most have suggested this to be from maybe a moose or an elk. What do you think? Is it the mating call of a randy moose, a trapped bobcat, or something more sinister? Let us know your guesses in the comments below. This is a clip of a really unnerving scene. From far you might think your mind is playing tricks on you, until we zoom on the strange figure. It looks like a really tall humanoid shadow is holding onto the pole beside it. It is something unfamiliar and out of the ordinary, and I have never seen anything like it. Examining its physique, our attention is drawn to its elongated limbs and stretched out body. Could it be a person dressed in all black, possibly to cause speculation? A shadow of something tall causing a glitch in the camera, or an optical illusion created by certain lighting conditions, or in an eerie case, we could be in a presence of some sort of spirit. This video was recorded by a person who claimed the area to be infested by an anomaly, the Bigfoot. He was daring enough to take an adventure in the middle of the woods at night alone, and is met by something lurking in the dark. As he shines his flashlight into the forest, he sees the reflection of the eyes of a big animal relentlessly staring at him.
Okay, I need to figure out what this thing is before we go any further. There he is, right there. See him?
This sends chills down his spine. Just then, a towering pale shadow swiftly passes between the trees going in the right side. We cannot understand what the figure is due to the darkness. Our attention immediately shifts from the uncanny presence to the queer sounds that rent the air. Well, I think this could be just a mere mountain lion out in the night hunting for a snack. This camera caught a Bigfoot in 2015. Although the video is low quality, the details are pretty visible. The massive creature, covered in a rich coat of black hair, can be seen walking towards a certain point. It stops, and one can see it extending its really long arms towards the tree trunk. At the same moments, it starts to shake the tree with sheer strength. It is both awe-inspiring and terrifying at the same time. It leaves the tree and proceeds to another. What was the Bigfoot doing with the trees? Was it trying to take the tree down? Or it could be some sort of communication between Bigfoot entities? The local authority in this area had detected some movement on a private property and went on to check what it was, only to see this.
Hey! You're on private property!
He immediately stops when he sees a furry figure stalking amidst the bushes. This startles him. A form of light can be seen flickering in the bushes. Suddenly, the figure emerges from a thicket. It is enveloped by a dense covering of hair. Due to the low lighting in the footage, we cannot see its face, but what is visible is its short stature. As if agitated, this figure starts approaching the person recording, and this frightens him, and he turns to retreat in the other direction. I wonder what this thing could be. Supposedly a Bigfoot, or just a really creepy intruder. This security camera caught this very scary occurrence at a certain checkpoint. A car can be seen approaching the security checkpoint. As it stops, something seems to be really strange. The car appears to have no driver at all, and the guard surely notices all these weirdness. He gets out to investigate what really could be going on. Suddenly, something on the roof of the car terrifies the daylights out of him, and he drops to the ground in panic as he scrambles away. Our attention shifts to the apparition on the car. It seems to be pretty real to me. Due to the darkness, I can't make out what this strange figure is, but it is surely scary from the guard's reaction. These two uncanny events truly perturb one. Where was the driver? And what's the creature on the roof? Could be witnessing a ghost driver. These two guys were out for a walk when they recognized something moving between the trees. As one of them continues recording, we can see a creature's head bobbling up and down as it walks.
Oh shit. Oh my
God.
What is that thing, man? I didn't know it was that f***ing big. It's not coming up here, is it?
No, I don't even think it recognizes, man. Calm down. Be quiet.
Shortly, it emerges, a black, enigmatic figure. It is really immense that the people recording exclaim with astonishment. It is not aware of the people watching it, and it casually strolls away from the huge steps it is taking. I think it's a really tall creature. This bipedal subject seems to be enveloped in a thick coat of fur. Do you see how it's walking while arms hang down its side? This depiction aligns with the general perception of the Bigfoot. This homeowner was in his roof repairing a faulty cable when he seemed to see something lurking in the shadows. When this footage is slowed, upon closer scrutiny, we can see an unknown figure that seems to be stalking. Then suddenly, it lunges back to its hiding place. The man surely spots it and immediately scurries away, not wanting to know what this frightening creature could be. This could be a raccoon or a small furry animal. The residents of this house had been receiving unexpected guests in their home. Their visits were now a nuisance, so he decided to film this encounter. We can see him closing the door, and after he goes back, the door opens, and what's shocking is that there is no one behind the door. His dog is aware of this weirdness and barks in confirmation that there might be an intruder. He closes the door one more time, and the same happens.
Little buddy.
But this time, an unearthly humanoid figure can be seen in the darkness down the flight of stairs when we zoom at the door. This is very scary, and as if it is not enough, the door closes itself, and when opens, the queer subject shapeshifts into a really enigmatic figure. This is spine-chilling. The quality of this video is impressive, and I don't think it's edited. The dogs in the house were going crazy. Were they seeing something paranormal unseen to the human eyes? But surely something very creepy could be roaming in this household. In the following footage, a remote control drone is taken out for a spin in Salt Fork State Park, Ohio. As the pilot takes it out on a test run practicing its hovering capabilities, he unintentionally captures footage of a large dark figure lurking amongst the trees. Pay attention to the left side of the screen. The footage is easily missed. It looks like a large black dot. But watch as the video is enhanced with a spotlight. The figure becomes unmistakably clear. The drone is eventually lowered to the ground, and the unsuspecting pilot comes to claim it was completely unaware that only a few feet away, this hulking creature is standing, more than likely aware of him, listening to him, watching him.
His spectator, he's not standing that far away. Not far enough for me.
What do you think? Is this footage authentic? A bright and warm summer day. This poster is enjoying time out in nature, but they are not the only ones soaking up the sunshine. Watch what becomes visible when they spot a shape in the distance. Zooming in with the full capacity of the phone camera, a familiar figure is recorded resting against a tree. Recognize the ape-like features, the color of its fur. Imagine its size if this video was filmed and zoomed in from some distance. Imagine you're hiking through the woods with your dog. Suddenly you become aware that you are not alone. Just beyond, in a clearing through the trees, you spot a large dark shape resting on a tree stump. In this footage, the poster appears to capture something large, black, and covered in fur. The quality of the video is poor, but a shape is visible, as are its movements for a fraction of a second. Beyond this, it's anyone's guess whether it's Bigfoot or a bear.
He's moving, he's moving, he's moving. Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here.
All we have to go on is the conviction of the poster's claim and the rising fear in his voice as he calls out to his dog. Not all First Nation beliefs around Sasquatch are favorable. Whilst some believe that sightings of Bigfoot bring good luck, members of the Plateau tribes identify Bigfoot as a stick Indian, drawing from a diverse range of potentially hostile beings who stole salmon or confused people by whistling, causing them to get lost. Here, a poster zooms in on a figure spotted in the woods. The large Neanderthal-like creature is studying something intently in the branches of the tree, unaware that it's being filmed. It has been suggested that it is stalking something. Is this an ape filmed from a deceptive angle that makes it look far larger than it is? Or is it a Sasquatch? You be the judge. Depending on who you ask, the thylacine, or Tasmanian tiger, as it is more commonly known, has been extinct for decades, or just really good at hiding. This sighting captured in Clifton Springs, Australia in 2019 claims to be the real deal. Resembling something closer to a wolf than a tiger with distinct dark stripes on its back and tail, the thylacine was hunted to extinction by European settlers who held unwarranted fears that the carnivorous marsupials would attack their livestock. The last known Tasmanian tiger was given to the Hobart Zoo in Tasmania in 1931, and it died in captivity in 1936. More recently, cryptozoologists, hikers, and hunters have claimed to have spotted the animal. But a study conducted by scientists based on sightings suggests that they got it wrong. Some are adamant that the species are not extinct. The animal caught on camera here seems to represent a compelling argument. It does resemble a wolf, and the stripes are visible on its tail. Unfortunately, it might just be too far away to be considered conclusive. Our hopes are that scientific study did get it wrong, and that the species has managed to survive in some remote part of Tasmania, far away from human interference and harm. This footage terrified me the first time I saw it. A creature that looks like a combination of a woman with some kind of feline animal. But what I then thought upon seeing this is that it looks similar to the legendary mythical creature known as Succubus, which is a kind of demon that appears in a female form, or supernatural entity in folklore, traced back to medieval legend. It is said to appear in dreams, and takes the form of a woman in order to seduce men, usually through sexual activity. I am pretty sure this footage is fake, as I am not exactly sure how anyone would be able to survive such an encounter, if they do indeed exist in the first place. What do you think of this footage? The following video, shot in Fort Wilkins Historic State Park, claims to have captured a Sasquatch on camera. In the video, the large, furry humanoid creature is clearly seen walking through the forest. At some point, realizing it has been spotted, it stops and takes cover, blending into the environment. This is by far some of the closest and clearest footage we've seen in a while, and perhaps we've been conditioned to be skeptical of this kind of footage. Again, compare how this Sasquatch moves and the awkward way it peers through the branches. Is it just me, or is it walking like it's got a bad back? The peering through the bush also feels staged. Sasquatch or hoax? Picture this. You've just moved into a new place. Your first taste of independence. The only problem is that since you moved in, your dog won't stop yelping and clawing at the entrance hall closet. At night, he refuses to come up the stairs. You've also started hearing things, Sometimes a door will creak open, or just as you're falling asleep, the sound of footsteps coming up the stairs. This is exactly what this guy was experiencing in his new house. For these reasons, he decided to set up cameras to see if anything comes up. He sets one in the kitchen and proceeds to climb the steps towards his room. But just as he does this, something behind follows him upstairs. We can even see that this shadow figure has some sort of legs. Is it a ghost that is trapped in the house, or is it something more malevolent lurking there? Avoid creepy, abandoned buildings. They always attract the worst kinds of things. The poster of this video claims he got a skinwalker on camera. He went to explore an abandoned warehouse, but he started hearing things from a room. Rather than going in, he saw a window that allowed him to catch a glimpse of this. A humanoid figure seen standing almost motionless in the room. It does resemble some kind of zombie-like trance. Could this be a skinwalker, or is it a fake video set up by someone trying to grab some attention? Remember the sheer joy that came with renting a movie, going to the store and browsing the shelves for something new to watch, hoping that whatever you chose was actually available and not already checked out? The guy in this security camera footage might not be as nostalgic. Watch what happens as he does the rounds packing the DVDs back on their shelves. It seems a playful poltergeist doesn't care that the store is closed and is pretty adamant they're going to check out something tonight. A surprising encounter occurs in St. Mary's, Idaho. The poster, out on an evening walk, startles a skittish fawn who, uncertain of what to do, makes a run back into the brush. What is surprising is what emerges from the bushes moments later. A large doe with a visibly twisted neck. She has obviously been drawn out of hiding to check up on the fawn. It is a miracle that the deer has managed to survive and give birth in her condition. The Department of Fish and Game are aware of the deer and say that it has been in the area for a number of years. Biologists think that the deer's neck was broken in an accident, but was not fully severed, and it has somehow managed to beat the odds, even with a broken spine. Others are not convinced by this explanation and suspect something more sinister, suggesting that the doe is a skinwalker that has shapeshifted into this peculiar form. Whatever you believe, it is an alarming and unusual sight and has led to locals christening her crooked-necked deer. A man shared this video on his Facebook profile, asking his friends and followers for answers about his terrifying encounter. At the start of the video, we can see a creature both terrifying and strange pouncing around in the backyard. It's really aggressive towards the man, and you can hear hissing sounds from it. At a quick glance, it might look like a weird bat or ray fish that ended up in the wrong place. But if you look closely, it has hands and legs all connected by thin wings, and even little horns on its head. It's like a creature that comes right out of hell. Even the dog in the video doesn't seem brave enough to go near this frightening thing, would you? Only when it's nighttime and when there's no one around, except for the deep forests and empty road, that's when the unknown emerges. This footage unfolds from a car's rearview camera, capturing a desolate forest road. While the car is reversed on the road, everything appears typical at first, until it suddenly isn't. During the reverse, a young woman inside the car catches sight of something in the distance. It's a shadowy figure that seems to be slowly moving. However, as the girl noticed closely, the figure was moving nowhere except towards the car. This figure begins a gradual approach, then picks up pace, hurtling toward the car. As the figure gets close, as any sane person will do, they press on the gas pedal and speed away. Up close, you can see the figure's long arms and big body that look a lot like a Bigfoot. But I'm not quite sure if that's a Bigfoot or cryptid or just some crazy man. It gives you a creepy feeling to think about what could have happened if the car didn't manage to get away in time. The forest cam was supposed to capture coyotes in the wild, but instead it caught something much scarier and unsettling. The video shows the view of forest bushes at night. After a while, the camera captures something lurking in the darkness. A strange creature emerges from the shadows and crawls toward the camera in a creepy manner. As it gets closer, its face becomes visible, and it's not like any creature we know. It has big wildcat ears and a big wolf-like body, but what's really unsettling is its face. Its facial features resemble a human. What do you think it was? Being a parent brings worries, and leaving your child alone at home is one of the biggest concerns. That's why lots of parents put nanny cams around the house to keep an eye on them when they're not there. However, this parent did the same but ended up finding something else to worry about. This video comes from a nanny cam. You can see a child leaving a room and then heading back towards it. But here's where it gets strange. As the child is going back into the room, we see the head of what looks like another child peeking out from behind the sofa and then going into the room. Sounds normal, right? Well, it would be if there were actually two kids at home. But the truth is, the child was alone in the house and was the only child. So, who was the second boy? Was it really a child, or was it something far more sinister and unholy? After this incident, the parents decided to never leave their child alone at night again. A man was wandering through a deep forest, God knows for what reason, when he stumbled upon a well that was all blocked up. In the video, you can see the well covered with logs, but when the man records a look inside, he gets the shock of his life. A creepy face is staring right back at him from the depths of the well. This sight makes the man sprint away in fear. When we get a closer view of the face in the well, we can see its eerie details. Glowing purple eyes and a skull-like appearance that sends shivers down the spine. Could someone be pulling a prank on him? Or maybe it's a part of some strange ritual by a group. Or is it something beyond explanation? Whatever it is, my advice is to never, ever look inside a blocked well again. This video was posted by a man on TikTok in which he was out exploring a field of bushes at night. He used night vision to see clearly in the recording. While he was recording and moving through the bushes, he spotted something ahead. It looked like a creature that's kind of like a human, but it was bent over and doing something in the bushes. When the person zooms in on the creature notices and suddenly looks right at him. This freaks the person out, and they start running away. At first glance, the strange creature looks like a tall and skinny person, hunched in the bushes. But when you take a closer look, its bent back and long, curved neck make it even creepier. That hunched back, long neck, and those glowing eyes all remind you of something like a skinwalker. But let's hope it's not actually one of those. While a forest ranger was out observing the forest and its inhabitants, as he was recording, he unexpectedly came across a gigantic Bigfoot-like creature in the distance. This big creature was only seen walking for a few seconds before disappearing behind the trees. Some people might say it could be an ape just going for a walk. But if you look closely at how it's walking on two legs, it's different. Apes can stand on two legs. But the way this creature is moving with that posture in the video doesn't match up with how an ape would do it. Moreover, this creature is enormous. Its body is so big, especially when you compare it to the trees around it. It also has long arms and a thick black coat of fur, just like what we'd expect from a Bigfoot. The way it walks and posture even looks kind of human. So, in my opinion, this might actually be a real sighting of a Bigfoot. What do you think? This video comes from a trail camera, and the owner claims it caught a special moment. Santa's Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, visiting Christmas lights on the edge of Exmoor. In the video, we can see the reindeer feeling hungry and munching on the grass outside a house. Then, it spots some bird food and starts eating that too. Nothing unusual, just a hungry deer. The noise wakes up the homeowners, so one of them comes out to check. At first they don't notice the reindeer and go back inside. But when they take a closer look, they spot the deer and start taking pictures. The person goes inside to share the exciting news with their family that the reindeer is back. Meanwhile, the reindeer is trying to get more food from a tree and uses its antlers to knock down a bottle, and it succeeds. I think there's nothing strange about this footage. It's just a wholesome encounter with a reindeer who was simply looking for some food. Motion cameras are a big help for homeowners. They detect movement, take pictures, and send alerts. These cameras are also good for recording forest life, but sometimes they capture things that the humans aren't meant to see. This video is from a motion camera set up in a forest in Sydney, Australia. The camera got triggered by movement in the trees ahead. At first, when we watch the footage, there's nothing visible. Everything seems normal. Maybe just a wild cat or deer passing by. But when the video is zoomed in, things get creepy. We can spot a terrifying face hiding in the darkness, sitting beside a tree. What's even scarier is its glowing eyes, just staring blankly at the camera. It does this for a while, and then the video stops. What do you think that face was? A woman shared a picture of her new room setup on her Facebook account, excited to show it to her friends. However, the comments she received weren't about her room. They were about something else. At first glance, the picture seems normal. A sofa placed in front of a treadmill, a cozy arrangement. But if you take a closer look at the reflection in the closet mirror, you'll notice a face. When you zoom in on that face, it's not a human face, but that of a really creepy demon child. What makes it eerie is that the woman had no idea she was living with such a presence, always watching from the shadows. Ring cameras have become essential for homes, especially in forested areas. This video is from one such ring camera. In footage, a naked man is seen walking alone at night. Surprisingly, he doesn't appear bothered by his nudity. But he's clearly terrified of something or someone. The naked man roams around the homeowner's property, yelling and searching for something. He leaves briefly, then returns to grab a pipe from the homeowner's place. Afterward, he moves to a side path, searching for something, before eventually heading back to where he came from. The unsettling part is that this man was on a late-night quest, seemingly searching for something while no one else was around. I wonder what he would have done if the homeowner confronted him. What was his purpose? Was he genuinely disturbed by something or dealing with mental instability? The answer remains a mystery. This is a video from a ring camera of a home. We can see that in the ring cam video, it's pitch black night and it's raining. A woman approaches the door, holding an umbrella, and proceeds to ring the doorbell. Initially, it appears as if she's yawning while pressing the doorbell. As the doorbell chimes, she steps back slightly, closing her mouth after the yawn. However, things get weird. She opens her mouth wide again, standing there with her mouth agape. This unsettling sight continues for a full 20 seconds. After this time, she presses the doorbell once more, still with her mouth wide open, before finally leaving the property. The eerie part is that this unfolds in the dead of night, and the woman's prolonged mouth opening raises shivers as we consider what might have happened if the homeowner had chosen to answer the door. This video, captured from a considerable distance and partially obscured by trees, presents a curious and intriguing sight. It shows a large, black, hairy creature moving stealthily from one tree to another. The creature's appearance and movements immediately bring to mind the legendary figure of Bigfoot. However, the significant distance at which this video was shot leaves room for doubt and speculation. While the creature's size and behavior might suggest it could be Bigfoot, known for its elusive nature and similar descriptions, given the distance, I cannot strongly affirm that this could be Bigfoot. I incline to think that for this video there could be a plausible explanation, as the footage is not really detailed. If you want to see more strange and interesting footage, check this out. Thanks for tuning in.